How do you feel about this? Straight up. How do y'all feel about this album? Is this album actually really good as y'all are saying, or are y'all just hyping it up? Because 9 out of 10. Wow. Okay, man, you guys like what you like, man. I'm not mad at what you like, but at this point, for me, I think I've just come to accept that just Ken Carson is not really the artist for me. I mean, I've listened to now 3 projects, and I think they've really done nothing for me. I will say that this project right here is definitely his most produced track. I mean, most produced album that he's dropped. At least from the 3 albums that I've heard, I think that it has a lot of variety in here, a lot of gaming sounds, a lot of stuff. I do think that as the albums go, Ken Carson definitely gets better and better, slightly. I think that again, my same issue that I always have with him. He just has to figure out his identity. I guess he has to figure out what direction he's going with that, and I think that after that everything will be good. But I only like the handful of songs from Ken into this album. Yeah, I think that there's other shit that's better, right? That especially like that his peers do, and Ken just really has to figure out what is going to sound good for him. And again, he's only 23. He'll figure it out. And I think that it's just. But for me, like right now, it's just been kind of one of those albums where I'm just like, play Aquafina by Ken. We're not doing that. Lone's better. I definitely do think Lone is better personally, but I mean maybe that's an acquired. It's an acquired. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that Ken is bad either by any means. I mean, again, he has a big following. He's done what he's needed to do, and people fuck with him. So that's just it. Like obviously he's doing something right in that sense. So I think that Ken is gonna continue to. I think I made the perfect example. I feel like Ken is kind of just like the scapegoat. He's like the fall guy. He has great ideas, but I think that it just benefits more like Cardi and not Destroy Lonely, but definitely Cardi. And definitely because I feel like Cardi does what Ken does, just from a better artist point. I feel like Ken Carson's music is more raw. I don't mean raw in a sense like it just feels like it's raw, like it's just missing something for me. The idea is there, but it just feels like when it comes to completion, it just isn't there for me. For me, right? And that's really what I feel like it is. So Lone is less abrasive and easier to get into for someone who don't already listen to this type of music, for sure. I mean, and I've heard other artists do this type of shit too, right? Like, I mean, I'm not saying Ken Carson's the first one to do it. And I think they definitely do it way better. So half baked, basically. I guess, yeah. I don't want to sound too rude, I'm just how I feel. So, Lone is better by a margin, but Ken Carson definitely more versatile in a sense. I just feel like I said, Ken's gonna figure it out. I just don't think he's figured it out yet. And when he does, is when it's gonna go crazy. I just think that he hasn't figured that shit out yet. But I think he's enough of a creative to find that perfect balance and find that lane, and he's gonna do it whenever he gets there. I just don't think he's gotten there yet for me. So yeah, that's how I feel about it, man. Get in comments below. Let me know what you think. Don't forget to follow us here. And until the next time, we are out. YouTube. Peace.